What's up everyone, welcome back to Hex. In today's video we're going to do a little bit of work on the biopellet reactor. Now I currently have the reactor hooked up to the manifold here that's connected to the main return pump, which is a jebao DC6000. Now that return pump actually powers the main tank plus the dual reactors plus the biopellet reactor, so that's a lot of demand on that pump. And unfortunately, regardless of how much I dial down the ball valves themselves, I'm not getting enough flow through this reactor. And in turn, the biopellets are not being moved efficiently, and which impacts the amount of work that they do. So I'm actually going to hook this biopellet reactor up to a separate pump. Here I have a utility pump model 5. It's about 600 gallons per hour, something like that. And I added a half inch barb fitting, a little sponge on the end that I had off an old skimmer, just so I don't suck anything up out of the refugium. What we're basically going to do is cap off the manifold and connect this to the biopellet reactor, and then of course it's still going to return into the skimmer as always, but this is going to allow me to have more flow through the reactor until I upgrade the main return pump. My plans for that are within the next month or two, getting the DC 15,000, which is about 3,200 gallons per hour, about a little bit over double the flow of this one, and that will solve any issues that I have with the flow through the reactor. But until then, we're going to use a separate pump, so let's get into it. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is cut the flow off to the reactor itself. So we're going to go ahead and turn the ball valve on the manifold. And that will cut off flow. Just going to give it a second to actually calm down. Now, what I have done is I bought a half-inch plug here. It's barb fitting, so it's actually going to fit up here into this tube. We're going to zip tie it on there just to make sure it stays. That way we can use the manifold later once we get the bigger return pump. So we're going to go ahead and cut this tube real quick. Alright, add our plug. Definitely easier said than done. Alright, I'm just going to add a zip tie real quick to that. And snip the zip tie itself. Okay, that's definitely not going to go anywhere. That's good to go. Okay, next thing I want to do is take our utility pump and connect it to the reactor itself. Alright, just going to slide it over the barb fitting. Okay, I'm going to add a zip tie just to make sure it's snug. Make it a little bit. There we go. Okay, I'm going to snip that. Alright, I'm just going to put it here in the sump. I'm going to have it sit down here on this rock. I know that I have the fish in there, but I have the sponge on there just to make sure that it doesn't suck up anything, mess up the shrimp or anything like that. But this is, like I said, this is a temporary solution for probably a month or so. Alright, so I'm just going to connect it to the apex, and we'll get over to the apex and program it, and then come back and see how the flow is doing. Alright, the utility pump is connected to the apex EB8 bar, so we just got to come in here in Fusion, locate it, rename it, and set the profile type. So it's down here, just hit the gear symbol. We're going to name it Reactor Pump. We're going to go down and set the control type to pump. I'm going to have it set so it turns on and never turns off. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and update that. Go back to the dashboard itself, just double check that it changed. Good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and move it up to the other active outlets on the Fusion dashboard. Go ahead and move it up here. Okay. Save that and set it to auto. Alright, let's test the new pump. I went ahead and also put the reactor at an angle in hopes that it would tumble the media a little bit better. So let's see how it actually turned out. I have the dial up here that controls the flow itself, so we're going to start off slow. so we don't send any of the biopellets through the actual top of the reactor. It's about a little over halfway. We're going to crank it up all the way now. It's actually a lot better than it was. It's still not as fast or as much tumbling as I would like, but it's good for now, and once we get the new pump, we'll go ahead and adjust that and make it work a little bit better. Here's a close-up shot on the reactor itself. As you can see, the angle definitely helps tumble it a little bit better. This is not bad. This is a lot better than it was. It will definitely do for now, but I can't wait till I get that new pump so we can have it all together and use the manifold as it was intended. But anyways, guys, I appreciate you watching. If you have any questions, let me know. Go ahead and like, comment, and of course subscribe for more videos. And I'll see you next time.